Hello everybody, welcome to my second section on the video on different types of play. Children love playing, and by age 1.5 to 2, one can see all children involved more in physical play, slowly progressing to fantasy play, adventure and then into creative play. So in this section, let's go deep into some more kinds of play and understand them in detail. The learning outcomes of this module will be to understand some more kinds of play, know the benefits and importance of the specified types of play, organize age-appropriate play activities for children. In the previous module, you would remember we discussed about the categories of play which was described by our early researcher Mildred Parton. Apart from these 6 types which were mentioned there are ample types of play categorized depending on the situation and the age of the child, which are discussed below. So in this section, we will see some more types of play, which includes physical or motor play, rough and tumble play, fantasy play, adventure play and creative play. Physical or motor play refers to that kind of play which promotes the development of the fine motor and the gross motor muscles. It is necessary that children need to use both the muscles together for play. Fine motor activities such as sorting, buttoning, rolling, modeling clay, these help to develop the fine motor muscles of a child, while activities such as jumping, running, swimming, climbing, etc. are used for improving the gross motor skills in children. Through physical and motor play, children are able to make and develop strong bones and also better coordination skills. They also find a means to express the undeniable energy of childhood. Development of a sense of self physically, knowing one's own boundaries and control of their impulses are all made possible through this type of play. As the children learn to control their bodies and develop mastery over it, they start forming connections in their brain, which is very essential for them to develop control over their movements. The control is both on the motor level and on the cognitive level. This sense of control develops a kind of self-confidence in the child in order to socialize and have interactions with others. The possibilities of fine motor activities are endless. All it requires is to look at encouraging the children to practice and develop their fine motor skills in a meaningful and a fun-filled way. For example, a child with fine motor development will have a great flow in writing, a grip in holding, etc. And a child who develops gross motor through running, jumping, etc. will have appropriate growth in their height and bones. Games such as peekaboo, free play at recess time like running, chasing, fleeing, wrestling, jumping up and down with both feet together, beating each other with an open hand, all these are examples of rough and tumble play. Rough and tumble play provides a safe, non-exploitative situation for the children to experiment taking up different social roles. Children who are engaged in rough and tumble play construct their own sophisticated social worlds, learn to cooperate and collaborate with the team, and develop competitive spirit. For example, a child who is involved in this rough and tumble play has a better chance of developing social skills and improved relations with friends, etc. Fantasy play is a type of non-realistic play or a pretend play wherein children play using their imagination and they transform or convert or regard the physical environment as a mark of identity or a symbol. The number of usage of objects for this kind of symbolic or imaginative play increases as the child grows, especially between 9 and 30 months of age. Children use a wide range of imagination, which is fairly good. They enact their surroundings which they have observed. Transformation of objects is mainly done by substitution, whereby they replace one object for another and act with them as if they were the object they intended. For example, we can see children playing using stools or chairs, considering them as vehicles, and the legs of the chair or stool as the wheels. Dramatic play usually has the role of an adult in it, where children are given a situation or they pretend to be someone different from their creative character and act as individuals they have chosen to play. It gives them an opportunity to understand about the real world and how it works and then develop or bring up their own world. When few countable children get together, they play games they are interested in. Children themselves choose their character at times and pretend before others. Children mostly play games such as police robber, doctor patient, mother child, etc. Exploration of different roles and relationships is also made possible through this kind of play. Through participation in role play kind of activities, children learn about the role of each character in the real world. In this kind of play, children are blessed in a way that they can get an opportunity to practice their understanding of the roles and relationships. Apart from this, they also learn to develop out of the box kind of thinking, whereby they develop the ability to ask questions about the why and what of rules and norms, etc. They also start exploring and challenging in the logical process of the world. Capacity of skill building is also a part of fantasy play, which is developed alongside, and through this children also get an opportunity to escape from monotony and have fun. In some cases, adults give instructions with scripted dialogues for children to play. These plays take time for children to enact. These are mostly played as a part of their curriculum or for educational purposes. It comes out more naturally than when it is done under supervision or with a purpose. But it does help in bringing out their imagination and eases their level of understanding. This kind of play has great influence in developing the socialization skill of the child, since children will learn more about the duty and position of adults in real life through play. They also develop language because in order to enact, they need to learn dialogues which improve their vocabulary. Just like how adults might get engrossed into a book or watch a film as a means of escape from daily routine and the stress it causes, this kind of play can be used by children to engage themselves singly. Adventure play is mostly nature-based. It's an activity where children and adults both equally enjoy. It involves diving or indulging into something which is very new or unfamiliar. The world as such we know is big, marvelous and overwhelming indeed. Engaging in exploratory play helps the children to acquire the requisite skills and also satisfy their need to explore. And in addition, they also develop a desire to understand or learn about new things. In case of children, adventure play involves taking them for a walk to a natural surrounding or some other area other than the school compound. When children are experiencing risky tasks such as climbing a tree, rope climbing, etc., they go through risk-taking play. Exploratory play is more prominent among younger children since they see things for the first time. In case of preschoolers, children explore about a topic which they first heard from someone, and later their curiosity leads the child to search for details. Adults need to be supportive in this kind of play since they are satisfying their curiosity and inquiry using their own body. Adventure or risk-taking type of play helps the children for developing socialization. It also allows the children to get more interactive with nature and also with their fellow beings. When these games are considered to be done with adults, they do the same activities but in a tougher manner. They build confidence as they engage in such kind of play, and this helps them to achieve their need to achieve superior skills. For example, while taking a batch of school children to an adventure park, you can see there will be few children who walk around and enjoy the nature, whereas there will be some other few who take on risky tasks like mountain climbing or swinging, etc. This is a kind of play that is achieved from materials commonly found around the children. It is the most common kind of free play where the child has an opportunity to express his or her ideas. Children use different materials to create something with personal experiences and feeling. Children express their thoughts and ideas through creative play. Some of the developments and skills children develop through creative activities are intellectual skills, language, imagination, social and emotional growth. For example, wheels can be created using the axle of the wheel, can be made using refill of a ballpoint pen, etc. Fabric pieces could be sewed together to form a toy. Through this, children are able to experiment their imagination and see their finished products and also improvise on the same. Hope you are all now clear with what is physical play, rough and tumble play, adventure play and creative play. All the types of play are essential for children at different ages, and through these kinds of play, children develop lot of skills which help them to develop holistically. See you in my next video with more types of play. Bye for now.